Hi guys, my name is Nacy Hornaday. Welcome to my channel, and today I want to talk about my favorite non-high-end designer high heels. Last time I shared with you my top picks for high-end designer high heels, and just like I like to balance everything out, today I want to talk to you about brands and shoes that are not high-end designer shoes, but I think are great value for money, and that are, at least for me and my personal sizing and style, are always very reliable in terms of just quality and looks, and you are going to be paying a fraction of the cost of what you would pay if you were going for high-end designer high heels. I do think that you can look fabulous and be stylish no matter what your budget is. It's more about how you style your outfits and how you put your looks together. You do not by any means need to spend thousands of dollars on shoes or purses. If you do have the budget for it, then I do think that it's good to splurge on yourself every now and then. Perhaps I do that a little bit more than I should, but we work hard, and I think women are fabulous. You deserve a break. My number one go-to affordable high heel is Steve Madden, and to me, the value for money is amazing. The only thing where I have a little bit of an issue sometimes is the sizing. Generally, I'm a true size 8, and generally I can get their size A and it'll fit just fine. But every now and then I have to go up a half a size or down a half a size. So, it might be worth trying it on, but they're pretty good with returns as well. So another good thing about them is that they do keep up with the current trends as far as high-end designer high heels that are super popular, and doing a good imitation, if you will, of those shoes, but also at a good quality in a much lower price point. So I'll give you a couple of examples of that. So on my last video, I talked to you about the my Stuart Weitzman Nudist heels and the Nudistsong heels, and they're very plain, dainty high heels, but to me are very classy, go with so much. These ones are the ones that have the lower heel, the Nudistsong. And this one, I got it discounted, and it was still like $350. Now, before I got this shoe, I had the Steve Madden, I forgot what the name is. I think they're out of stock, but it's basically their imitation of that look. When this first came out, they were about $90. Like all Steve Madden shoes, they're around that price point, at 90 to 100 and some change. If you wait long enough, they all go on sale like 40% off at least. The problem with that, for me, I don't have that much of a sense of delay gratification. Unfortunately, I'm trying to work on that. So, I always have this fear that if I really like a style and I wait for them to go on sale, they're going to be gone. And that has happened before. So it has not made my situation better. So, but with this ones, luckily, at the point where I was looking, they were on sale. I got them for about $45. I wore them once, and but my heart was in really getting the Nudistsong. I already have the Nudist ones, which were higher, and I thought, if I get the Nudistsong, they're going to be more comfortable. I have to be honest with you. There's not much of a difference between these two shoes. You probably can't even tell much, besides the fact that this one say, Stuart Weitzman inside, and this one say Steve Madden. The heel high, the Steve Madden ones are, no, actually they're pretty comparable. The back is slightly different, and the reason why I'm keeping the Stuart Weitzman over the Nudistsong ones, I do like that the strap in the front is thinner, and it adds more to that, super delicate look where, if you're wearing something like kind of heavier up top, I like to balance things out. So, if I'm wearing like a lot of fabric or a very intricate pattern or something like that, I think this is a shoe that really can balance that look. As you see, you know, I like balance. I'm wearing just a plain t-shirt, no earrings, and then a really like clunky statement necklace with minimal makeup and a very minimal hairstyle. It's good to balance things out, and these are a shoe that's perfect to do that, you know, when you're going with something busier up top. So I am keeping the Nudistsong ones, but honestly, if I have to be honest with myself, that's a little bit of a dumb decision on my end, because these shoes are really comfortable. They actually have a lot of padding. They could potentially even have more padding than the Nudistsong. The heel is very comfortable as well. The strap up here I do find to be more comfortable in the Nudistsong. That's another reason why I'm keeping this one instead. So I'm selling them. They're a great deal. But just in general, just to go back, that goes to show you that you can get great value for money with Steve Madden high heels. So another good example, and personally is the exact same kind of brand to brand comparison, is this boots. They're called George boots, and they're Steve Madden boots, and they look exactly or very close to the Stuart Weitzman Highlander boots, which retail anywhere between $400 and $700. To me, I can't really justify that purchase, even if I can't afford it, because I live in Florida. I will be able to wear this for like a couple of months out of the year at most. It gets really hot down here. So, you know, I went for the more affordable version, which is the George boots. And I got this one also on sale for about maybe $50. And, you know, $50 versus $400. And to be honest, they're really comfortable. They actually stay up pretty well. I've worn them a couple of times already, and I love them. You know, they feel nice and soft and buttery, and I'm sure the Stuart Weitzman's, you know, might be more comfortable, more luxurious, whatever. But to me, this does the job, and it was a fraction of the cost. So, you know, if you want to achieve a particular look based on a high-end designer item, whether it's a handbag or a shoe, don't give up on that particular look just because you can't afford the item. You definitely can find something comparable. You may need to do your research. You don't want to go so cheap that you compromise, you know, quality and the look. You don't want it to look too custom-y, too much like an obvious imitation item. But that's another reason why Steve Madden to me is a go-to for, you know, just trendier designer look-alike shoes that won't break the bank. Another Steve Madden shoe that I wanted to show you are this beautiful like leopard print black sandals, and I'm loving this. I've worn them a lot already because you can wear them obviously in the fall, at least down here if you live, you know, California, Florida, somewhere where it's not too cold. You know, you still want to be practical during the fall season, but even in the summer, I don't subscribe to the belief that, you know, certain prints are restricted just to the fall or the winter. I think it all depends on how you style them, and this is a print that to me I can wear all year round. Obviously, if I'm doing a leopard print in the spring or the summer, it'll be something like this where, you know, it's an open toe and something that has more of a summery vibe. But this one's I've had for a while. The padding is great. The quality is amazing. It's actual leather, has this fussy leather, and I'll try to see if you can look at it close up and you can kind of see. But again, just another example. I think overall the Steve Madden shoe quality is amazing, and for the price, I think you're always getting a pretty good deal, even if you buy full price. Next, my other go-to shoe it is a designer shoe, but it's not a high-end designer shoe. And that to me, the number one thing about these shoes are that they always fit true to size, and they're super comfortable, are Jessica Simpson shoes. And I have a couple of them because I think she does some wonderful styles for, you know, for high heels, and the, you know, the heel is always pretty comfortable, at least in my experience. I have a pair of boots, and I also have my favorite Jessica Simpson shoes I own are this beautiful like magenta, deep pinkish shoes. When I want to, you know, I tend to wear a lot of neutrals, navies, black, whites, cream, those kind of colors. So I love to accessorize with a colorful high heel or a handbag. just to break it up every now and then. And this is a great way to do that. That's different from, you know, a red high heel or a red handbag. These are just so comfortable, and I got them for like, I don't know, like 40 something dollars. I've got them a while back, and like I said, they always fit true to size. The quality and construction to me is amazing for the price point, and I just think that they're very reliable go-to when you're looking for a shoe that is well constructed, comfortable, true to size, looks great, but that it won't break the bank. So my next go-to place when I want to get like 9 super high-end designer high heels that are at a very reasonable price and great quality, I love to go to DSW. That is my go-to place when I'm like, okay, I need something that's for this specific look, but I'm not planning on spending thousands of dollars. I just want, you know, this specific type of shoe. They always have a great selection, and they do have some of their own brands that are also pretty reliable. And the one I like the most is called Mix No. 6. And this, to me, every shoe that I've gotten that's a Mix No. 6 shoe, I mean, sometimes I've seen a few that look a tidbit on the cheapish and as far as construction. There's not 100% reliable as, like, to me, that's what Jessica Simpson shoes are. But for the most part, I can find amazing looking shoes, and the price point is always between like $25 and like $50 at most. Like, I'll give you an example. This red suede shoes I adore. I've worn them many times now. They're indenting here, but this happens to me even with high-end designer shoes, with this style of Dorsey pumps. But you can't really tell, and they're just so stunning. I love the deep red velvety look of them. They're absolutely amazing. I'll show you a couple of more examples of this same brand, Mix No. 6. And like I said, this is probably, out of the shoes that I'm talking about, the most affordable like brand of them all. This is another favorite, this black heel, just for my skin color. This is like a nude heel for me, so I can wear this sandals with so much, and they're super comfortable. What I really like about them is it has this detailing on the front strap, which it has this like really funky print. It's just such a minimal pattern that I don't let that limit me at all. I can wear it with tons of things, just like I would a neutral shoe, except for it just has that little pop of, you know, of the sign in the front. And I love them. They're very well constructed. I've worn them tons of time, and they're not really, I don't know if you can even see, it has a tiny scuff here, but they've been very durable. Also a Mix No. 6 pair of black high heels. This one is a lighter neutral one, very similar to the last one, but when I want to go for something even more minimal and toned down, and I just want a very plain shoe, kind of like with the Steve Madden and Stuart Weitzman, you know, nudist heel, where it's something just very minimal. You know, this is my go-to, and you know, everything I've been talking about has been high heels, so I want to give you something a little bit more comfortable. And my next brand is called Soludos, and I don't know if they do different kind of high heels, but I know them specifically for their espadrilles. They make super comfortable espadrilles. Right now, I've talked about this ones before, my cream espadrilles. They have them in this beautiful cream color that is not as practical, but I love the color. They have it in black too, which is a much more practical choice. And you can find them at Nordstrom, and they retail at like $99. But to be honest, I've seen espadrilles like running upwards of like $400, which to me is crazy, you know, for different high-end designer brands out there. And obviously, you know, if you're going for something like Chanel espadrilles, that's gonna be a pretty penny right there. But if you don't necessarily want the, you know, the iconic logo or anything like that in your espadrilles, and you just want a pair of super comfortable and well constructed espadrilles, then this is my go-to. I think $99 is pretty reasonably priced for the quality of the shoe, and you know, for what you can find out there, you know, with the same design at a much higher price point. And that is it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at nacy.hornaday and subscribe by clicking on the red subscribe button down below. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and click on the notification bell so that you're alerted whenever new videos come out. I will see you next time.